Hey guys, as some of you may be aware, we bought a place in Florida and it is a fixer-upper, and I mean true fixer-upper. But anyway, I had done a video a few weeks ago about Hurricane Milton coming through and some of the homes in this subdivision being absolutely destroyed and how lucky we were. Well, we bought our place as a mobile home. It's a double wide, and I just think it's adorable. But anyway, it is a fixer-upper, and I'm going to go ahead and show you around at some of the things that we've done to this. So this is our living room going into the dining room. As you notice, we have plywood floors, and there's a good reason for that. When we purchased the property, the sellers were masters of disguise, and they hid all kinds of problems. Ironically enough, some of the things that they hid we intended on changing anyway, but it was just the deceitful process that took place of them hiding things masterfully. But anyway, there was newer laminate put down, but they put it down over the top of rotted particle board. And so the floors looked decent, but when you walked across, it was like walking on a trampoline. You literally bounced, and it was scary, and you knew at some point you were going to go through those floors, guaranteed. So we went ahead and had the floors taken up and plywood put down, new 3/4 inch plywood put down to replace the rotted floors that were in here. And there was areas that's just fine, so we didn't have those touched. You can tell they're very solid. But when we got here the other day, it was kind of funny, but I'm walking through the living room and I told Joe, I said, man, I found a soft spot. And he's like, ah, crap, but we just kept on about our business, not thinking too much about it. Well, later in the evening, I'm sitting in the chair, and all of a sudden, Joe fell through the floor. And I'll put a picture right here. Yeah, that was an exciting night for sure. So, so that has now been replaced. That chunk right there, and we've just temporarily got some of this foam stuff that was underneath the old laminate. Here's the old laminate over here. So it wasn't necessarily my taste, but it looked decent. Not anymore. Now it looks like plywood, but at least we're not falling through it anymore. So the dining room is actually pretty decent size. I mean, this place has 1,100 square feet. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So it's exactly what we needed and what we hoped for. Of course, you can see we are in the process of working on stuff. This is a construction zone. We're getting ready to head back home in the morning, but I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do a video of what we've done so far. So the paneling all look like that. Nice yellow, brown, green, puke. That is what the entire house looked like. There was no paint. And obviously we can't put drywall throughout. It would be a lot of money for little value. So I decided, heck with it, I'm just going to go ahead and paint. So I picked out a few colors that I thought would be kind of maybe like seaside colors, where it's a little bit bright but not necessarily in your face. So I've got like a couple muted aqua colors. I've got a fairly bold blue color, some grays and some white. And behind this china cabinet, I've not gotten behind that yet because we haven't figured out how to move the damn thing. So eventually we'll figure that out one way or another, and I can go ahead and get behind there. And we are going to have gray laminate floors. I can't remember if it's like a vinyl laminate, something like that. We picked it out already, but that is what's going to be going in. But that's going to be last. I want to make sure that everything is done. I don't want to take a chance that we're dragging anything across the nice new floors, because as it is, by the time we get done with the floor coverings, which the laminate, we're going to put it throughout everything, both bathrooms, bedrooms, dining, hall, everything is going to be that same exact laminate floor, so it looks very uniform. But by the time we do that, plus all of the labor and the plywood and everything, we're looking at $4,000 easy on just the floors before anything else. So anyway, I want to make sure that everything is done before we get to the floors, and then we'll start putting that in. And that might be somewhere around Christmas or the New Year that we finally get to that, because we're starting to get to a point where we're doing some of the finish up in some of the areas, and other areas we still got a ways to go. But let's continue the tour. So the table and chairs, we actually found those the other day at a Habitat for Humanity resale store. They had a sale going. We got it for 75 bucks. And I mean, it's solid. It's got a leaf that goes in there. And I originally bought it with the thought of painting it. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to paint it or not. But the chair covers are garbage. They've got stains and stuff all over it. So we bought the fabric that kind of goes with all the different colors in the house. It's got the blues and the navies and aqua and white and tan and just a little bit of everything. So we're going to go ahead and recover those chairs. Now, under every single window in the house, they had big curtains up to hide the fact that the paneling is literally rotted. Just rotted. So in the meantime, I went ahead and painted the rotted papery paneling. And probably on our next trip down, Joe's going to go ahead and replace the paneling under every single window in this house. And there's other places too, like this one. Yeah, they were so amazing. There was a big bookshelf that was attached to the wall. I really don't know how it stayed to the wall because that is like paper. Check this out. I mean, yeah, so once again, in the meantime, I painted it until Joe can get to replacing it because we've just had a ton of stuff and I didn't want to have to keep backtracking. So I guess I'm going to backtrack anyway. So over here, and we've also had the ductwork. Some of the ductwork had to be rebuilt because it was caved in. So that has been done. These two boards, I think we're going to have to replace those. They seem a little spongy to me. I don't want to take a chance. So if you are doing home improvement projects, you have to get yourself some of this scaffolding. Now, I'm the one who does the painting and stuff and everything. I do the painting in our house at home. I do the painting here. Joe usually doesn't do the painting. So for me, this works out good because you can move these to whichever position you want all together or different ways. So I keep it down there because that's tall enough for me to reach up here. And then I usually put my paint right there on that one. And they've got a little hook here that you can hook the handle of your paint can and it keeps it from possibly slipping off. But it's on wheels and you just lock the wheels. Oh, I got it locked. And it works amazing. Absolutely amazing. How much was this, Joe?
It was $129 from Lowe's.
$129 from Lowe's. Probably my all-time favorite tool. And believe me, I've definitely used it. He got me a little stool the other day because I needed to do some low stuff and I'm getting old. So it's hard for me to get down on the floor and get back up again. So anyhow, that has an adjustable height, and he got that from Harbor Freight. And then this little step ladder, the feet are way too small. Total crap. Hate it. All right, moving on. So the kitchen. I'll put in some before pictures also. But the kitchen was yellow. And it's still got some yellow. I haven't gotten it all done yet. But I went ahead and painted the blue color. Nice and kind of oceany. The cabinets will be painted a fresh white because right now they look very gray and dingy. And that light was just a standard contractor's light that was up there. And I bought that cute little globe light on Amazon. Absolutely love it. This is going to be changed out for a ceiling fan, but not quite yet. And then one of my favorite projects, that backsplash. I mean, so here's the thing. So because this is a mobile home, you don't have the standard drywall walls. It's an older one. So you don't have drywall walls. You've got the paneling, and I had to come up with a really creative way to have something nice so it felt homey to me. And I wanted a backsplash, but I can't put in a glass backsplash on paneling. So I thought, what the heck can I do? So I just kept researching, doing a little Pinterest and things like that, looking for ideas. And I came up with this. That is a peel and stick backsplash. Yes, folks, that is a sticker. It is a 3-dimensional sticker, and I'm doing a video on that so that you can see exactly how to install it if you are wanting to do something like that at your place that's relatively inexpensive. I'm using it there, and then eventually I'll be using it back here because this is what we had. That's what they called the backsplash. Melamine. So anyway, I just scuffed it up. The old backsplash, I scuffed it up with sandpaper, made sure I cleaned it and wiped it down really good before and after, and then started placing these, and I absolutely love it. For 3 boxes of this, which should do both of those spaces, it was $125, I think, and it looks spectacular. I absolutely love it. I mean, doesn't that look good? It looks so good. I love it. One of my favorite projects. The countertops will be replaced. We had a lot of things that were going to be done right away, but when your floor is going to cost you $4,000 that you wasn't expecting to spend, you have to wait on other stuff. So that's what it is. But this will be replaced out. I haven't quite decided what I'm going with yet, if I want to go with something granity or if I just want to stick with a regular prefab countertop. With this being a mobile home, I don't want to dump too much money into it for the obvious reasons. It would never bring the money back if we decided to sell it. Joe is replacing all of the electrical outlets and switches and things like that because they all looked absolutely putrid. We will be changing out all of the knobs and stuff to match. Haven't decided about hardware yet, what I'm going to do once I paint the cabinets. We had talked about replacing the cabinets, but now that needs to be a no, because $4,000 later, that needs to be a no. So this floor, obviously, this is also going to be the gray laminate. Got a pass through here that goes back into the dining room. That lovely sleeper sofa from 1980 is going to get the hell out of my house as quickly as we can get somebody to take it to the dump. It is so disgusting. Anybody want it? Get a hold of me. You can have it. So I have not quite done the hallway yet. This was the color that we had in the kitchen, that nice, gorgeous Gag Me yellow. We replaced the thermostat and we put in a Sensi, because that way then we can monitor it from our phones. We can change it from anywhere. We can change it from home and check and make sure everything is good. We've got one in our house at home and we've got one at Gary's place. But that way then if we're at Disney or whatever and the weather changes, we can monitor it. That I haven't decided yet. I've picked out a couple light possibilities, but I think that it's going to have something that maybe has a little bit of a seaside look. So let's step into funky. So here is the bathroom. This paneling, this is what was throughout the entire house. Obviously, this bathroom has not been touched since it was built. Oh my God. Yes, this paneling, the entire house. Doesn't that make you want to puke? So gross. But anyway, the vanities, they're going to be replaced. Toilets will be replaced. The medicine cabinets, I'm actually going to put in medicine cabinets that's similar to what Universal and Disney uses, where it's got a nice light that goes around the edge. And they're really beautiful, but it will have some functional storage inside. The cabinet's going to be 30 wide, and the medicine cabinet's going to be 24 by 30. And the sconces, we're going to be changing them out, obviously, because those are disgusting too. So this is the kind of outlets that was throughout the house. And it's been a real bummer for Joe to have to change those out because there's no blue box or anything in a mobile home. They're completely different. So here's Gary's room. Right now we've got a china cabinet in his room that won't stay there, but it's there for now because it's there for now. So it was all dark and dingy. It was super dark in here. That curtain, the curtain's not going to stay. And the ceiling fan will be changed out. All the ceiling fans throughout are going to match. But anyhow, we put together the new bed the other night. So he has the first new bed and we desperately need one because ours keeps falling in the night while we are sleeping. And then I kind of land on the floor. So that's not good. That's been a problem. So all of the trim, crisp white. I mean, you got to have white. Of course, that door handle over there is going to be changed out. But isn't that nice, though? No artwork or anything in there yet. That'll be changed out. Here's another outlet. And, of course, the floor coverings. This is just vinyl in here now. It'll be the new flooring. Look at how disgusting that's what it was throughout the entire house. Pukey, looks like felt on there. It's so dirty. Disgusting. Beautiful china cabinet. Needs to go. And then we'll go into our room. Our room was super dark. First night we had a water leak in our wall. In this wall we went with a gray and an aqua with white trim in here. So this wall, the first night, Joe had to take that apart. Actually, the second night. Had to take that apart and we had 2 leaks inside of the wall. So that was something. But it is really pretty in here. It's very bright. This is actually a big room. I mean, that's pretty good size. That's a queen size bed right there. And there is tons of room on both sides. This bookshelf right here behind the door, this was what was hiding the bad paneling in the dining room. It was attached to the wall. So I said, you know what, we have no storage in this house, so I put it behind the door. I'm probably going to paint it. But now we've got a place to store towels and hand towels and blankets and toiletries and just miscellaneous stuff. And I love it. Obviously, handles have been removed so I could paint. They'll be replaced. That is a walk-in closet. Man, I don't even know if I want to show it to you. Oh, what the hell. So nothing's been done with this yet. So a little walk-in closet. I mean, it's decent space. There's plenty of room for our stuff, for sure. And I'm weird, so I just hung my tools up there because I don't care. And then our master bath. So we have a shower stall. And, of course, one of the beautiful vanity cabinets again in the same lovely medicine cabinet. Same beautiful sconces. All those things will be changed out. Well, not the shower stall. The shower stall was replaced a while back. It wouldn't have been what I'd pick, but it's there and we're going to use it. So this morning, this was actually gray. I had painted it gray. It's looking dark again. Let me see if I can adjust it. That's probably what it really looks like. But I had gray up there before, like what's here. Ooh, the sun is blasting me. And we kind of decided that it looked a little drab, so I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and try and paint it the aqua and see what I think. And then I think that I will paint that wall gray. This one over here will be my accent wall. I got a little bracket for towels to go on, and then I've got a super cute picture that's going to be hanging up over here. So a lot of that color is going to be hidden. Then this over here and this wall right there, that'll be gray. And those are probably going to be December and January projects. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I don't know how I forgot to mention, but see how the laminate is all curled up there? Yeah, because they did everything wrong on a toilet that you could possibly do. And Joe chased that problem over and over. First, the tank was not attached properly, so it leaked. There was 2 cuts in the water line, that went to the toilet. Not sure how or why there would be cuts to a water line, but there was. The bottom part was actually attached with 4 enormous screws, so the toilet rocked around. So the day that we moved in, this laminate was perfect because somebody did a good job disguising the fact that they didn't know what the hell they were doing installing a toilet. Some people should not do home improvements. So we've done a tremendous amount of work to the house. Oh, we also put the mirror film on a lot of the windows. We really need to do the slider because the slider, I mean, it gets hot in this living room every single day. It gets so hot. Sorry, my hair looks absolutely amazing today. We've been working trying to get last minute stuff done before we leave. But the mirror film helps out a bunch. It's so hot down here in Florida anyhow. And I am a windowaholic. I want the windows to be open, and the mirror film allows me to do that without heating up the house so bad. So a ton of projects that we've already done. Lots and lots of painting. The exterior will be painted probably around January-ish, depending on the temperatures and things. But that is down the road. I want to get the inside where it actually feels like a home. It's starting to get there though, and we absolutely love it. And I'll probably occasionally sprinkle in one of the home improvement videos just so that you can kind of see what it is that we're working on. We love doing this kind of stuff. We've helped a lot of people with their home improvement projects, and we've done a lot on our own of our place. And so it just made sense to buy a fixer-upper and not necessarily hand somebody else the money and not know if it was done right. Because obviously this place had a lot of shit that wasn't done right. So yeah, so at least with us doing it ourselves, we know that things are done correctly. I will continue to do occasional videos so that you can see exactly what we're doing and possibly even learn a trick or two so that you can do some home improvements yourself. If you are new to this channel, please hit that like and subscribe and ring bell notification so you don't miss out on the latest and greatest. Also, please don't forget to check out some of our other great videos we have on the parks, the rides, resorts, resort rooms, Skyliner rides, day trips, car shows, outdoor pizza oven videos, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and Disney World. Thank you so much for watching.